So TERF became part of public discourse when Public Account Committee of the Parliament, headed by Noor Alam Khan, started discussion on it and demanded disclosure of the names of 628 beneficiaries who were granted loans under the scheme. It kind of implied that the public money was doled out to big business, primarily with political motives to win them over or kind of appease them. There was some controversy surrounding the quantum of this scheme as well, and many even mainstream media quoted numbers such as $3 billion that translate into trillions of rupees. When I started kind of researching the subject, I discovered that actually the quantum is, to, as stated on the State Bank site, the quantum of the sanctioned loan is around 420 to 430 billion and not in trillions. But when PAC started demanding the names of beneficiaries, there was reportedly nervousness in the business groups, and banks were also State Bank also reluctant to disclose the names and demanded, PAC finally decided, they asked for an in-camera hearing, and when the reports came out of in-camera hearing, it said that the issue has been settled and they have dropped the objection after explanations from the relevant quarters from the State Bank and the Ministry of Finance. But a day later, again it was reported that PAC has formed an inquiry committee which is going to assess and see if the scheme was justified and the beneficiaries actually used the amount for which they got the loan. So people in public and private sector who are not comfortable with discussion of money matters in public forwarded this argument that because the amount used to fund this scheme was not budgeted, so it doesn't fall in the category of public money. But the fact is that State Bank actually printed money, printed currency to finance this scheme. But assuming that the new money created by the State Bank is not public money is, I don't think, hold any ground. State Bank itself is an autonomous, but its accounts are audited by the government. So, its activity, how can any of its activity fall beyond the, purview of the public audit? So I don't think it's, the argument hold any ground that it's not public money. It's very much a public money, and if PAC is discussing it, it's very much in its it's right to discuss anything that has anything to do with the public money. The question raised on the competence of the investigation committee that's been announced by the PAC, that comprises of people from NAB and FIA and ministries. I think it would serve better if PAC actually engages economists and credible bankers to investigate based on evidence and make it public later on, instead of jumping at conclusions without proper investigation. but should it come in the public? I see no harm in that. I think it serves the interest of the people, and they have every right to know where how money is spent and how well it is spent, and does it actually achieve what it is intended for. And I don't think expressing concern is not right, especially when we have a long history of easy loans given to people and write-offs and whatnot. So I don't agree that it shouldn't be investigated. I think it should be investigated and should be made public.